90 points to 86. A scoreline that looks normal on paper, but represents a tectonic shift in the sporting universe. What happens when the relentless force of a generational phenom collides with the immovable wall of a championship-hungry rival? You get a game that didn't just break television records. It redefined the trajectory of women's basketball forever. To truly understand the gravity of this 90-86 masterpiece, we have to look at the atmosphere before tip-off. This wasn't just another regular season matchup on the calendar. This was a collision of two distinct basketball solar systems. In one corner, you had the Indiana Fever, a team carrying the astronomical weight of a fan base desperate for a return to glory, led by a rookie sensation drawing eyes from every corner of the globe. In the other corner, the Chicago Sky, gritty, uncompromising, physical, and built to ruin anyone else's fairy tale narrative. The media coverage leading up to this game had reached escape velocity. Ticket prices rivaled NBA Finals games. Analysts were calling it a litmus test for the future of the league. But beneath the commercial hype lay raw, unadulterated sporting tension. The Fever needed to prove their fast-paced, high-flying offense could survive a playoff intensity environment. The Sky wanted to send a message that the paint belonged to them, and no amount of hype would change that. When the ball went up, the laws of physics seemed to bend under the sheer intensity of the players. From the opening possession, it was clear that neither team was going to give an inch of hardwood. The Chicago Sky established their orbital dominance early. Utilizing their superior size and aggressive rim protection, they turned the paint into a black hole for Indiana's drivers. Every layout was contested. Every rebound was a battle of wills. The Fever, meanwhile, looked uncharacteristically rattled in the opening minutes. Passes that usually found their target were disrupted by Chicago's suffocating perimeter defense. The crowd was a swirling vortex of noise, cheering every block and groaning at every missed opportunity. It felt less like a basketball game and more like a tactical simulation where one wrong calculation would result in total destruction. Yet, just as the Sky threatened to break the game open, Indiana's backcourt began to find its rhythm, relying on quick transition points to keep the score within striking distance. Just when the Sky looked ready to pull away into deep space, the Fever found their second engine. Every great sports story requires a moment of absolute truth. For Indiana, that moment arrived late in the second quarter. Down by double digits, facing a hostile defensive front, they stopped trying to play Chicago's game and started playing theirs. It began with a single defensive stop, a perfectly timed steal that ignited a fast break. The ball zipped across the court with laser precision. A cross-court pass found an open shooter at the arc bang. The net snapped, and with it, the momentum of the entire arena shifted. The Fever went on a blistering scoring run, exposing gaps in the Sky's transition defense. They weren't just scoring. They were playing with a psychological freedom that completely altered the gravity of the match. By halftime, the deficit was erased, setting the stage for an unforgettable second-half war of attrition. In the final minutes of the fourth quarter, the air in the arena grew thin, leaving room only for those who could survive the vacuum of ultimate pressure. 90-86 doesn't happen by accident. It happens when two elite teams refuse to die. The fourth quarter was a masterclass in clutch execution. Chicago leaned heavily on their veteran leadership, executing half-court sets with ruthless efficiency, answering every Indiana bucket with a bruising counterattack inside. But Indiana had an answer for everything the Sky threw at them. The ball movement was hypnotic. Drivers would penetrate the lane, draw three defenders, and kick it out to the perimeter with milliseconds to spare. The lead changed hands multiple times, turning the arena into a pressure cooker. With less than 2 minutes on the clock, every single possession carried the weight of an entire season. It wasn't about talent anymore. It was about pure, unadulterated execution under conditions that would crush an ordinary athlete. When the final buzzer echoed through the rafters, the scoreboard read 90-86, and a new era of sports history was officially validated. The Indiana Fever secured the victory, but the true triumph belonged to the game itself. This 90-86 thriller didn't just break the previous WNBA viewing records, it shattered them, pulling in an audience size that rivaled traditional primetime sports broadcasts. It proved beyond a shadow of a doubt that the appetite for high-level, narrative-driven women's basketball has achieved permanent escape velocity. The players on that court didn't just win a game. They proved that their star power is a cosmic force capable of reshaping the modern sports landscape. This game proved that when the stakes are at their absolute highest, real stars find a way to shine. But a win like this leaves us with one massive question that the sports world will be debating for months. Do you think the Indiana Fever have officially built a championship-caliber foundation that can dominate the league for the next decade? Or was this record-breaking 90-86 win just a temporary flash in the pan? Drop your theories and deep analysis in the comments below. I want to read your take on this. If you love deep dive analysis, high-stakes narratives, and exploring the absolute limit of human achievement, make sure to hit that subscribe button and join us at Space Journeys 128 for more epic space journeys. See you on the next voyage.